Again this year, there will be a march in Santa Maria, in addition to other big Central Coast cities. KCBX's Greta Mart speaks with two organizers of the Santa Maria event about the community and what they hope to accomplish.
I'm here in the KCBX studio may I ask you to introduce yourselves? I'll start with you.
Hi, I'm Pam Gates.
My name is Audy, Macdonald, and we're with the Women's March of Santa Maria Valley.
Okay, the Women's March of Santa Maria Valley. Okay, so was there a march in Santa Maria the very first year, which was 2017?
No, there was not. People traveled to Santa Barbara or San Luis Obispo. But then after 2018, a group of women got together and said, Santa Maria is the most populous city in Santa Barbara. Why don't we have a march? And so we got organized, that small group, invited more and more women and allies, and last year was our first march.
Okay, and how was the turnout?
Oh, it was pretty good. We, you always hope for more, right? But we had we think maybe 400 or 500 people. We're hoping for more this year.
Okay, got it. And so tell me when it is and what's planned.
Okay, it is January 18th, which is a Saturday. We're going to start at 10 a.m. and we will be at Manami Park again, which is on Enos and Depot in Santa Maria. And so from 10 to 11, we're having a rally with music and some speakers. Then we're going to march. The route is just under a mile. And then when we come back from 12 to 2, we're going to have more speakers, the bulk of the speakers. And also we call it Action Alley. And that's nonprofits and organizations with resources for the community. Food trucks. And we also have the Santa Maria Marching Band to lead us on.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Tell me the community, the Santa Maria community today. Like, what do you see? Describe Santa Maria for me.
Well, we're close to 80% Latino or immigrant families, and I'd say in general there's just there's some inequities that are still present, and so that's what we're trying to accomplish, is to bring all of these people together, all these voices together, and hopefully make some progressive changes in Santa Maria. It's a little, I'd say a little on the conservative side, and venture to say a lot of people of color are squashed. We're trying to change that.
Yeah, this is really the only event where all of the diverse communities can come together and really focus on what the issues are. I think it's great for everyone in Santa Maria to see the diversity that exists there. And as Audy said, really trying to raise up everyone's voices so that we can create a more equitable and sustainable community. Santa Maria is still very much agriculture-based, but it's also experiencing a lot of growth, partly from Vandenberg Air Force Base, which will be adding personnel, but also since Santa Barbara has become so expensive as a place to live, a lot of people are looking toward the Santa Maria Valley for alternate housing. So there's just a lot on the plate of Santa Maria that they're going to have to deal with in the next 10 years, and we just want to make sure all the voices are at that table.
Okay, and I know that Santa Maria recently switched its voting type from at-large to district.
Correct.
Has that made any difference from your perspective?
Go ahead. I believe it's made quite a difference. Gloria Soto is now on the council. She basically went from, like you said, it went from at-large to district, and it allows for candidates to run in a specific district and kind of focus on those issues that are in that district versus the whole community. And so Gloria has made profound advances with our city council, and so it's been really great.
Yeah, she's the youngest Latina to ever be elected. She's also introducing more Spanish language into the proceedings, which is good. And I think because she is part of her community and to represent it, she's she's just really doing a good job of digging into the issues.
When was she elected?
Last year. So this year we have 2 more districts up for election.
Now it'll be the March primary?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, starting with the March primary.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. The by-district election system has made a difference in terms of kind of changing the face of the city council.
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
Yes.
Another question I wanted to ask is, do you worry that because you're having one there that each one will be smaller? Does that factor in any kind of decision making, or what do you think about that?
I don't think it will really dilute anything. I mean, San Luis Obispo's march is it's huge, and Santa Barbara is as well pretty large. But honestly, the people that are going to be coming to the Santa Maria march, we believe, are community members that potentially cannot even get to those marches. They may not have the transportation, they may not have the money to figure out how to get there. Their work schedules might not allow for them to travel that far. So there's just, I think it's just a really good opportunity to let Santa Maria community just really come together.
No, and in fact, I've noticed there are now a number of rallies on issues in Santa Maria where there didn't used to be. And that has also encouraged Arroyo Grande to find its voice. So I think it shows that a specific community we share interests, but we also have individual interests. And it can be difficult, as Audy says, for people to travel. They may not have any way to do that, or the timing is not the same.
Okay, so you guys are providing an opportunity for local people in Santa Maria to, if they so choose to get out there and march as well.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right. Because, of course, on that day there will be marches all over the world.
Yes.
Just like it has been for the last few years. Okay. Anything else you want the public to know at this point about the Santa Maria March?
We can always use more volunteers, and people can find us on Facebook, Women's March SMV, Santa Maria Valley. Instagram, we have a website, we have an email, Gmail, all with the same initials. So people can find us, but mostly we'd like them just to show up. We've got a number of elected officials coming to speak. We also have 2 calls to action. This year, one of them will be on schools and communities first.
Okay.
Which is gathering petitions for an initiative to bring more money into the schools and cities, more revenue. And also, of course, we're all very concerned and troubled by the treatment of asylum seekers coming through Mexico, from whatever country they come from. So we're going to have another call for action for that, and basically allowing people to fill out postcards, which we will then mail to representatives. Again, another way for people's voices to be heard and to get them more involved in the system. We're going to, of course, have multiple ways for people to register to vote and talk about the census, which is also incredibly important for the community and funding for services. So it's a very active day and really trying to engage people in the democratic process.
Again, what time does your march start in Santa Maria?
10 a.m. at Manami Park. We are marching at 11 a.m. and from 12 to 2, we will have our Action Alley resource booth and a lot of very good speakers.
Okay, great. All right. So 2 organizers of the Santa Maria Women's March on January 18th. Thank you very much for coming to the studio to talk to me about this.
Thank you so much.
That was Pam Gates and Audy Macdonald of Santa Maria speaking with Greta Mart. You're tuned to Issues and Ideas on KCBX.